Hi there, my name is Bridget Davis, the Internet Chef, and you're watching another episode of the Internet Chef TV. On today's episode, we're going to make some turmeric tea. Now, why turmeric tea? And that sounds a little bit gross, I can hear you saying, but trust me, it's actually quite fabulous. Now, turmeric tea, the reason why we're making turmeric tea is turmeric tea has so many beneficial health properties, so it's really good for us. And actually this particular turmeric tea tastes a little bit like chai. So if you've had chai, you thought that was pretty nice, lots of lovely spices in there, that's what our turmeric tea has. So what I'm trying to say is don't cut it before you try it. So let's take a look at those lovely ingredients. So our turmeric tea is made up of 5 readily available spices, and the spices that we are going to be using today you can find in most supermarkets or stores, so just go and have a quick little look for those. But what we're going to be using and what you need to track down is, of course, you need to track down turmeric. This is the first one that we're going to use today, and I'm putting into this, I've got my pot here that I'm going to put onto the stove, so I'm putting all my spices directly into the pot. Into this pot I'm putting 3 heaped teaspoons of turmeric. I'm also adding ground cloves. Now I've got 1 heaped teaspoon of ground cloves. I'm also going to be adding in some cardamom. I love cardamom, it really does remind me of chai tea. So I'm putting in 2 teaspoons of cardamom, ground cardamom. I've also got some cinnamon here, so the cinnamon goes in, and that's 2 teaspoons of cinnamon as well. And some ground ginger. Now you could use fresh ginger if it's available, but ground ginger is also lovely and aromatic as well. So I'm going to be adding in 2 teaspoons of ground ginger. So to those spices, what I'm going to be adding next is I'm going to be adding the water. So I've got enough water in here for about 2 days worth of tea. So I'm adding 1.5 litres or just over 3 pints of filtered water to my pot. And all we're going to do now is we're going to put our pot onto the stove, we're going to bring it to the boil, and then we're going to turn the heat down and we're going to simmer it for about 10 minutes. I'm just going to add a little bit more water. We're going to simmer it for about 10 minutes to help all those wonderful lovely spices infuse with the water there. So I'm going to pop that onto the stove and get that all going. So while we patiently wait for our turmeric tea here to simmer away and get lovely and gorgeous for us to drink, I'd like to take this opportunity just to tell you a few of the health benefits of drinking this tea. Now, one of the main reasons that I personally got into turmeric tea is my father was recently diagnosed with osteoarthritis. So we're looking at foods and obviously beverages that he could incorporate into his diet that would help in a natural way with his arthritis, because he wasn't having much luck with the drugs they were putting him on, the painkillers. They really were having they had some terrible side effects. So this tea really is helping him because it's it's naturally anti-inflammatory, and it's very high too in helping you with inflamed parts of your body. So this is a great natural treatment for arthritis and of course osteoarthritis, but as well as that it's also a natural liver detoxifier, so it helps our liver to get a bit of a cleanse out, which is good too. It's a natural antiseptic and it also has antibacterial properties, which is wonderful. It's a natural painkiller, so that's another reason my dad's really enjoying the turmeric tea, because it helps to get rid of the pain in a natural way. But it also, and this is a great one if you are having this tea as a weight loss aid, because it does really help you manage your weight, and that way it does it is it aids in fat metabolism, which is great. If you've got an upset stomach, this is another great way to soothe a sore tummy, and it also helps the body to digest protein, so great for people who are looking to build muscle as well. So all around there's lots of amazing things that turmeric can do for your body. It really is a wonder spice to have in your cupboard. Also helps to fight against the flu, I forgot to mention that one as well. So really wonderful turmeric tea. So once your gorgeous turmeric tea has finished its simmering, all you need to do then is pour your tea into a jug, preferably with a lip, because I don't know if you can see my bench top here, but even pouring it from my pot into my jug, I managed to make a bit of a mess. And yes, turmeric does stain, so you want to be really careful with that. So I'm using a jug here. I've got myself a little cup. If you want to, you can add a little bit of honey to this as well, about half a teaspoon to your cup of honey if you want to sweeten it just a little bit. And we're just going to very carefully, if I make a mess, please avert your eyes. Hey, here we go. We're going to add some of the turmeric tea in there. And the next thing I'm going to do, now this is completely up to you. You could have your tea just like that on its own, or you could add a little bit of almond milk, which I'm going to do to my tea. So add, just like you'd be making a coffee or a tea at home, add a little bit of almond milk, and there you basically have it. I'm going to give it a little bit of a stir first because I know I've got a little bit of honey down there. Stir it together, and there you have your turmeric tea. Hope you enjoyed this little recipe, and hope you come back really soon for more fantastic healthy recipes here at the Internet Chef TV. Take care. Bye bye.